All right, what's going on? We back, Marcy Sports Talk. Get on into it. And I don't miss words. I don't hold words back. I got my opinion. People like it. They don't like it. If they do like it, they like it. But you're going to respect it. And it's time to blow it up for the Pistons, all right? I kind of alluded to that in the wrap-up video, but I'm going to go full-fledged. You know, somebody told me, I told him yesterday that Blake Griffin should be the first guy to go. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, where's your you know, what the fuck this girl told me? Where's your allegiance at? Or some shit like that. I'm like, man, fuck up out of here, man. Get that fan shit up out of here, man. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. I'm watching Chris Paul, waiting on Chris Paul to get injured too. Every time you need Blake Griffin, he get injured. Okay? You got an Asian superstar. You're not going to win with Blake Griffin being your best star. The Pistons not going to go out there and get another star to play with Blake Griffin. It's just not going to happen. That's going to be better than him. Blake Griffin salary goes like 33 or 35 million next year. So you really going to pay a 30, and you may not be able to trade him. That's the problem. You know, you may not be able to trade him. If you trade him, you probably take a loss, but it's good. The Pistons need to burn it down, move all your major contracts, draft good this well, try to draft as best as possible you can this year, play young guys, be terrible, go the Philly way. Go to Phoenix way. And people say, well, you know, Philly, Philly ain't won a championship or whatever it may be. But guess what? Philly the third seed. Oh, what about Phoenix? Phoenix coming. Trust me, they coming. Phoenix future is brighter than ours with Devin Booker. Devin Booker better than everybody they got on our team. DeAndre Ayton, okay. What if they get Ja Morant? That's the guy they want. You know, it sometimes, you know, and a lot of times tanking don't work. But guess what? When you're the Detroit Pistons and you've been taking ever since Ben Wallace left, I mean, you've been trying to build on the fly ever since Ben Wallace left. May have been Nazi for Ben, basically. That's what happened. May have been Allen Iverson for Billups. You know, may have been getting Ben Gordon, Charlie V, and Josh Smith, who we still paying, by the way. May have been transferring that, just continue to build on the fly, build on the fly, build on the fly. Monroe, Drummond, build on the fly. Build on the fly. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't worked. What's the one thing the Pistons haven't done? They haven't tore it down and tried to build it from the ground up. And the reason a team like the Pistons have to do that, the Pacers, the Pistons, the Grizzlies, the Orlando Magic, the Charlotte Hornets, teams like that, is because most players only want to play in Boston, New York, out in California. Maybe Houston, maybe Dallas, two growing cities. Maybe Miami. But most players only want to play on the two coasts. You know? And that's okay. When you're a small mid-market team, you either got to draft really well, and then you attract free agents with the players that you draft, or try to do what the Pistons do for over a decade now, trying to throw something together, and hopefully that'll stick. But Reggie Jackson need to go. Andre Drummond need to go. Blake Griffin need to go. That's just what it is. It's time for the Pistons to finally do the right thing. Be terrible. Be bad. Be horrible. Draft good. Get high draft picks. Draft well. And then put veterans around them eventually. We know Andre Drummond. Garbage. This dude got blocked by Brook Lopez several times last night. Missed layups, misses bunnies all year. What does he do well? He don't defend well. He don't play offense well. He just rebound well. Simple. Reggie Jackson, been garbage. Ever since Boston College, he been garbage. That's why he ended up at Boston College. Stan Van Gundy has fucked his team up. Got rid of Chris Middleton. Got rid of Spencer Dinwiddie. Drafted Spencer Dinwiddie when he had a knee injury. He get healthy. You don't play him. He develops in the Nets. Better than Reggie Jackson, to make way less money than Reggie Jackson before he got the extension. You know, and at the end of the day, Blake Griffin deserved better. Let me say that. But you know what? People don't want Blake Griffin because he always get injured when it's winning time. When you need him the most, he ain't there. Next year, it'll be the same fucking thing. When he got here in Detroit, he got injured. Remember that last year? And people say, oh, if him, Reggie, and Blake and Dre stay healthy the whole year, the Pistons will have something. Well, it happened this year. Her first half of the season, it happened, y'all. They lost like, what, 12, 13 straight? Then the second half of the season when they started to surge, Blake Griffin was injured. He was tired. He slowed down. It was Andre Drummond finally wanting to pick up the slack. Reggie Jackson finally showing up a bit. Wayne Ellington hitting some shots. You just don't have no championship potential. And when you got a team that don't have no championship potential, what are you playing for? For the eighth seed? That's what you're playing for. But guess what? What if Durant come East next year? That knock you out the playoffs. What if Chicago put it together, make some trades with some veterans? Chicago's a better team talent-wise. They just young. They lack coaching. You know what I'm saying? What if Chicago finally put it together? They got a talented team. Boom. What if Orlando make a move? Boom. They still there. Charlotte will fall off. You know, Miami, I don't know what they gonna do. Brooklyn, they all the way up. Even they losing this series, they still a really good team. Oladipo coming back next year. Giannis will be better next year. Boston might get AD next year. So what are you really building for? Why are you paying these players this type of money when you at best you may be an eighth or ninth team in the East? And the East is the least. It's the worst conference. Pistons need to save themselves, trade these dudes for future draft picks, and take back contracts that's about to expire quickly. It's time to just start over. The Pistons have never rebuilt it from the ground up since the going to work guys went away. They ain't built it from the ground up. It's always building on the fly, because they never was able to draft. Joe Dumars took that drafting. Even it's obvious you had Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and Carmelo there. He took Darko. You know? A lot of people gonna say, "Oh, man, you hating." I'm not hating, man. What is this? This team has hit its ceiling at the 8th spot. That's the ceiling in the East. Like I said, Durant may be coming East. That knocks you out the playoffs right there. Brooklyn gonna get better. Chicago gonna get better. Indiana gonna get better when Oladipo get back if he come back healthy. You know, maybe Toronto falls out the playoffs because Kawhi Leonard may leave. So they might squeak you back in there. Maybe Miami make a few moves. Pat Riley is a genius. So you really never know. You know, Philly should still be good next year, regardless of what happened with Jimmy and Tobias. But really, you know, ask yourself this. Before you judge me, judge my channel, judge my statement. I really don't give a shit. But ask yourself this. How far can this core go? Even if you put Mike Conley in here, you add an aging superstar. Or aging, not even a superstar. Never been an all-star team. You add an aging star. How far can this team go? Will it ever be better than Milwaukee with these three? Remember, Blake Griffin, 30 plus million. Andre, 20 plus million. Reggie Jackson, 19 million. How far is this team going to go? And people saying, "Oh, we can get Kemba Walker." No, you can't. You're almost negative 10 million in the cap. You're still paying Josh Smith cap. He's still on your cap. Josh Smith is still getting paid. Roughly 6 million, 5 or 6 million a year. So once again, tell me, what is this team ceiling? With Blake, Drummond, Reggie / Mike Conley. You don't have a bench. You don't have a starter outside of Drummond and Griffin. If you add Mike, you had 3 starters. But is that comparable to Giannis, Brogdon, Bledsoe, Middleton, Lopez? No. Stop putting Andre Drummond on the pedestal. He got dominated by Brook Lopez. A team Brooklyn traded to LA. LA, somehow he got to Milwaukee. He got dominated by Brook Lopez. He got dominated by Steven Adams this year. Get dominated. You know? So at the end of the day, what's their ceiling? That's the question I ask. How far can this team go? First round, second round, third round, championship? No. This is a one and done type of team. And they need to recognize that and blow it up. But you know what? They still going to try to build on the fly. No cap space. You know what I'm saying? They're going to still try to build it on the fly. Add a mid-level exception is a bad situation to be in. I think they got the worst situation in Detroit sports right now. But it is what it is, man. Let me know how y'all feel. Motor City Sports Talk, your boy CJ Goodfellow. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or a video request. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. Let me know how y'all feel. And we back with some more Alliance content later. We gone.